Well, the latest news. Art is, after much consideration, I splurged and went out to a pawn shop and bought a new computer. Because I bought one of these flip video cameras, and my old computer was having a hard time trying to edit the video. So I shopped around to see where I could get a cheap, or not a cheap computer, but a computer that would be not very much money. And so I shopped on eBay and everywhere, Walmart and all that kind of crap. And I went down to our local pawn shop, and I'd never been in a pawn shop in my life, and they had some computers down there for like 300 bucks or so. And so I found one that looked interesting. It had, like a 17-inch screen and everything. It was like maybe a year old. And then I went home and, gave it some more thought. Do I want to, pay $300 for, another computer? So then sometime later I went back and they had sold that one, but they had another one for the same price. So I ended up buying a Dell laptop so that I could edit my videos smoother. And I had actually been putting it off because, well, not only because I didn't want to spend the money, but I suspected Google was going to send me one of their prototype computers to test. But I hadn't heard anything from them for a while, so I gave them some more time, to see if it would show up on my doorstep. And it didn't show up, and so I says, okay, well, I'll go down to the pawn shop and get that computer. So I brought that computer home. And it's the first computer I've had in like 5 years. The other one I had that kept heating up too much. It was like 5 years old, and I hadn't realized that I'd had it that long. And so I tried to transfer all the stuff to the new computer and do all the uploads. And man, that was a job. I don't think an average person can transfer stuff to a new computer with any degree of certainty. It is just way confusing, way, way confusing. So I must have spent like 30 or 40 hours, updating and transferring stuff. But anyway, so then Friday I come home and there's a box on my doorstep, and I thought, well, I haven't ordered anything. Why would there be a big box on my door? I'm always paranoid, so I thought, well, some of my enemies are, it's a bomb. And there wasn't any like markings on it or anything, from who it was or what it was. So I brought it in the house and slowly opened it up. And sure enough, Google had sent me their prototype laptop. So like, a week after I bought a laptop, they sent me their new computer. Which now that I think about it, it's okay that I bought one because this is the prototype computer, which I'll show you, um, is limited because it's like a prototype. So this is the Google. Well, I had to request. I told them like I was a journalist and stuff, and I could test stuff for them and everything. So it's kind of a process you have to go through to describe what you're going to use it for and all that kind of crap. So anyway, so they sent me this thing, and notice, there's no labels or anything. It's just a totally plain thing. Although under the battery compartment, which is here, it's a gigantic battery. This thing will last like 8 hours without charging. It's called a Mariah. It says like Mariah. I think it says Mariah. So it's like a code name or something. But anyway, the whole idea of this Google Chrome prototype is that it's a cloud computer. You don't have any programs on the computer itself. You don't store any data on it. Everything is stored at Google. So you use their Google Docs and their Word and spreadsheets and painting and Google Mail and all that kind of stuff. and everything, of course, is stored on Google's computers. And so that makes it so you can make one of these really cheap because you don't have to have a whole bunch of processing power. You don't have to have a big hard drive or anything. In fact, the hard drive, it's a uh, solid state deal for 17 megs, I think it is. So that's, it's very small because my old Acer only had 40. So this only has like 17, but you don't need it because you're not storing anything. And then another nice thing, since you don't have to spin up any hard drives or get your processor going, when you open it up, it's like instant on. Okay, so here we go. So it's like instant. And if you're rebooting it from fresh start, it only takes like 10 or 15 seconds. Most of it takes like 5 seconds to log into your Wi-Fi. Well, and that's another thing. You can't plug this in on anything. You've got to use it on Wi-Fi. And they also give me a Verizon account where they give me a free Verizon for a year or 2 years. Yeah, I think it's 2 years. So the idea on this thing is it's just a mobile device that you only use mobile. Or I mean, you can use it at your house or something, but the idea is you don't plug it into anything ever. And so I've been playing with it since Friday. And it's got a USB port, but they haven't got anything that you can work with it yet. And they got some sort of a system, which I haven't tried, where if you want to print something with this, it sends a signal to your regular computer, and then your regular computer will print stuff out. But you can also, if you have a wireless printer, you can use this to do wireless printing, but I don't have a wireless printer. And let's see what else is interesting. Oh, the pad, the touch pad, there's no, what do you call it, right click thing. So you have to use 2 fingers to right click. And there's some other little different things about it. It doesn't have a capital letter. The capital letter, you push it and it goes to kind of like a home page. It shows all your applications and stuff. And then they got a little bug button on here because they want you to, if you're testing these things, they want you to send reports and bug stuff. So there's a little bug up here, and you press on that and send a report if something's not working right or something. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I think I'll probably carry this around a lot, just go to different hotspots. And I did a little webcasting on live stream earlier today just to see how it works sitting out in the yard. I can't get it to work on Justin TV, and I've told them there's something wrong. If you're doing that one touch broadcast deal on Justin TV, well, the little button you're supposed to press doesn't show up on this screen here, so there's nothing to push. So I can't broadcast. So the only one I've been able to get going is live stream works okay, and Ustream. It seems the video, for some reason, just it's just like a bunch of still pictures. The audio works, so that one's not too cool. I'll try some other webcasting things to see which ones work. But so far, the only one I've been able to get working is Livestream, and also I got it on twitcasting.tv, which is like a Japanese iPhone deal where people broadcast from their iPhones. So I was able to get that to work. And I can't remember if I did Tiny Chat. I think I got Tiny Chat to work, which is also a real simple live webcam deal. So anyway, so that is to be kind of fun. And it's like a 12-inch screen, so it's nice and small and compact to carry around. And so theoretically, I could do if I could broadcast from a car and stuff using the Verizon wireless deal. Yeah, so I'm see be able to use it anywhere. It's a pretty cool thing to fool around with for a while. Pretty cool.